Okay, so yesterday people were eating snow and buying snow to eat. 13.6. The cause of this matter, or the thing which is the cause of this matter, unless you have bad intestines and your precordia, a bit of your guts under your heart's your core, have been corrupted by luxurious living. So, lots of drinking, etc. This could give you intestinal problems where you might want to buy snow. Um, in which no interval to these bouts of luxury or drinking have ever given in which they can rest. Here's data mess for giving. So no interval is given to these things of drinking, etc. So where your intestines and your precordia can recover. But prandia, it's usually lunch, but it's also breakfast sometimes. What do we got? As far as the light, okay, so that's dawn. So ingesta means eaten. So lunch is ingested or breakfast is ingested with canis. This is the nighttime meal. These nighttime meals in the ablative yet, they're being led as far as light comes in the morning when they have breakfast. So basically they drink and eat all night and then have breakfast. They become distended. It's usually swollen, so I guess your stomach swells up by the copia, the amount of feculum, that's plates or platters with lavish food on it. And with, what have we got? Commessa tardio, that's probably means drinking here. You have crapula, which means being drunk as well. A variety of different types of drinking. This sinks people altius, which means deeper. So you go deeper into these problems by eating and drinking. Day in day. Then, numquam, never, with an interval or intermission of your intempora, where you're not controlling yourself, where you're out of control on these bouts. Whatever, I think that's alvi, whatever is in the stomach or something. Alimentum might be, alimenti. Decoxerate, it means to boil down. Loeb has got that Nero had a habit of drinking really hot water and dipping it into the snow, so it could be what this is referring. So efferovit, that usually means to exasperate, I suppose. So with no intermissions of anything which you're eating, actually. Alvin probably does fit better there, of the stomach. So you're exasperated by the things that you've been eating. I'll leave it like that for the moment. And into the desirium, this is a longing, always burning of a new rigor, which would be, I guess it's referring to the hail and snow. It's probably not the best way to put it, but that whole section, goes together. Basically, it's saying there's no intervals, and again, no intermissions. Okay, so put the daily dictionary, commessadia, bacchanal rioting, merrymaking, revelry, etc. And pharaoh, exasperate is one of the things. Can also mean make wild. Pharaoh is like feral beast, wild beast. 13.7. And so, quam vis, although they unify, they fortify or protect the canation, which is the meal or the actual room where you eat. They fortify the rooms with vellus, that's probably like draperies, use it for a sail of a boat, etc. And speculabusses, things you can look through. A fenestra is a window, so it could be window paint or something. And they tame winter, dormant hymen, with big fires, a lot of fires, so they're warming themselves during winter. Nonetheless, nihilo minus, the stomach, which is loose and languid, from its own ester, which means heat, so it's or desiring or something. So they're wasting away their time. The stomach has its own burning. It's queriting, so it's seeking something in which it can stand itself back up, or it can pick itself back up, or recover. Nam sicit. For just as, there's a verb, spargamus, we are sprinkle frigida aqua, it would mean, cold water onto someone who has left their mind. These are plural, so people who have left their minds and are stupefied. So anyone's a bit unconscious, you chuck cold water on them or something that wakes them up. Purpose, so that they return to the sensum sui. I'd probably use S-U-U-M, but they've used the genitive there. So they return to their senses. Thus, in the same way, the viscera, that's the entrails and the internal bits, the viscera of these people, which have been torpentia, this has been numbed by their vices of drinking, etc. They feel nothing, sentient nihil, unless you heat them up. Per usually means make it stronger, usra, you get them burning. More vehement with this cold, so basically you're treating them with cold water, so they come to their senses, I guess it's saying. 13.8. Inde est, then it is, in quem I say, fencing itself off with commas, that ne quidem, they're not even content with the ablative, with snow, but, this is in the accusative, but glacial material, ice, as if this is a certain, more certain ice is, I guess, for cold, because it's solid, because it comes from a solid nature. So ice is more preferred even than snow, because it's more solid. They seek. Okay, that's why it's in the accusative. And often they dilute this ice with repetitions of water. So why in the world you'd melt the ice by pouring water on it? I don't know, but they apparently do. Quae, which, not from the summit or the top, is this ice tolerated, taken, but so that it would have more force and it's more pertinacious cold, so that the cold stays longer, I suppose it means. It is ophodiod, it is dug out from the bottom. So I guess when they find an ice shelf, they don't remove the top ice, but they dig down to the bottom. So I suppose if ice is ice, it doesn't matter exactly how much colder it gets, because we'll go back to room temperature. But anyway, and so not even there is one price for this water, but it has instators, hucksters as they say, people who are selling this water or the frozen form of it. Oh, the shame, pro pudor. It has various anonym, same word they use for the grain and etc. But there's the price of water changes depending on who's selling it, and I guess they reckon some ice is colder than others or something. Okay, 13.9. The Lacedaemonians, the Spartans, expelled from the city unguentians. These are people who have oils, perfumes, I suppose. And they usuranted them. They ordered these people, the oil and perfume sellers, to cedere, to recede from their regions, finibusses, hastily, propere, because, here's a reason, they were wasting or destroying oleum, which is oil. What would Ili have done? What would they have done if they had seen offinas? These are usually workshops or something, which are placed full of snow. So shops of snow, and so many pack animals, humanta, slaving away, deserving, carrying water, of which the colour and the taste by straw with which protected or custodiate is stained. So the colour and the taste of the ice changes because of the straw that they pack it with. 13.10. But, good gods, vocatives, how easy it is to extinguish a healthy thirst. But what are they able to sense? These forces, that's your jaws and your throat, which are dead and calloused by ardentibus cibus, by boiling hot food, just as the way that nothing is satisfactorily cold to them, thus nothing is satisfactorily hot to them either. But ardent mushrooms, or which would be hot mushrooms, wrapped him greedily. They submerge, they send down their throats, I'm guessing, submerged in their own clothing, so mushrooms in their own juice, almost fumenting, almost smoking hot, which then they extinguish with snowy potions or drinks. Vidibis, you'll see in Quem I say certain thin people, and they're surrounded with their little palliums, that's their cloaks, and the foculus, it's like a scarf that goes around your neck, I think. These certain people, they're thin and pale and sick. They don't absorb only snow, but they even essay. Sumen, to eat, have the same sort of verb structure, but they even eat it, and frustra of it, like breadcrumbs, but crumbs of snow, they deekere, they cast into their cups or goblets, what they drink from. They don't even have time to warm up during the morem, the delay on which they're drinking it. 13:11. I'll just hurry through this. So you think this to be thirst? It's a fever, and indeed it's all the more acrior, that not by the touch of your veins, which would be the pulse of your veins, it's not even detected or deprehended or caught in the skin with its wide heat, but it cooks the heart itself. Luxury unbeaten is an unbeaten malady or pain or problem, and from soft and fluid it durates, it becomes hard and long-suffering. Don't you understand that everything from a habit, consuetum, loses its force, loses its power. And so this snow, in which even now you are swimming or floating, has reached such a use and daily use, you might want to say, and by its slavery to the stomach or of the stomach, that it has obtained the place of water. So instead of even drinking water when they're thirsty, they drink snow. Something that is still querite. Okay, so it's an imperative. So search for something that is colder, because this rigor or coldness that's now familiar from drinking snow, this is pro nihil. It is nothing now.